welcome back to our channel, and welcome if you're new. I am Michelle.
And I'm Lauren.
And today we are talking about what, Lauren?
Okay, so to set the scene, it's Sunday, work tomorrow. We're picturing our never-ending to-do list piling up for the week ahead. And we're like, what can we do that is a silly little thing to pass the time and distract us off the week ahead? And I don't know about you, but one of the things that come to mind is Buzzfeed Quiz. I think it was definitely a lot more popular back in the day. I remember back in the day doing a quiz about like which shape or loaf of bread were you in your past life or something like that. So we've all done these silly little quizzes and thought it would just be a fun way to end off the weekend. So this is what we're doing. And the quiz that we have selected, let me just grab it up here. So it's called Which the Tortured Poets Department Song Are You and What Does It Mean? Okay, so we are very keen because we've been talking about the Tortured Poets Department for the last couple of weeks. We're very keen to see what our analysis reveals, and the link to the quiz is in the description if you guys want to take the quiz alongside with us and see what your results are. But do you want to kick us off?
But I think to test whether this is reliable information, we need to first figure out which song we want to be, and then we can test whether BuzzFeed is actually true.
Okay, so do you say song we want to be or song we think we actually are? Because it says which song you are. I know which song I would possibly want to be, but I think where I am currently...
I think which song you are.
Okay,
Definitely.
So where I am currently is Fortnite, unfortunately, just because of this one line. Okay.
Y'all. She did not put Fortnite into God's Ear.
Okay.
Can I just preface this?
But remember, we're saying where we are, not where we want to be. So Fortnite currently, for me, I think is where I am because currently it feels like all my mornings are Monday stuck in an endless February. That is so sad.
Very,
and I
very
kind of feel
true.
like, you know, starting off the year, it's quite difficult to, you know, you've just had holidays, you spend so much time with your family, you've forgotten about like, you know, emails, work, to-do lists, all these things.
Absolutely.
And then coming back to work, you know, in January, even though it is February now, it still feels like Jan, like still trying to get into the swing of things and all
January
of that. So
2.0.
January 2.0, so that's where I think I am, unfortunately. But what do you think?
I think I'm definitely in a Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. That is, you know, that is me through and through. I just want to, you know, be going down the road and being like, you know, just living my best life and trying to, spread like the feminine energy everywhere I go.
Okay, so should we kick it off to see where we actually are? I'm just going to scroll to the first question.
Okay, so I'll read the question and then you go first.
Okay.
Which lyric from TTPD resonates with you the most?
Okay, so let's have a look at our options. I love you, it's ruining my life. Lights, camera, bitch, smile. Old habits die screaming. Okay, so I'm going to go with lights, camera, bitch, smile. Even when you want to die. That's...
Very, very true. Very
Sadly,
true.
I think where I am right now.
I think I have to go with old habits die screaming because I think I'm someone that gets very stuck in my own ways and
your routines and things.
And I don't like change at all. So I think just generally that sums up who I am because I always just like to, you know, repeat behaviors and all the rest. And I mean, it's a lyric from The Black Dog, y'all. I love that song.
Okay, true.
Okay. So question 2. Which Taylor Swift era do you relate to the most?
Okay, so we only have 5 options here. So 1989 I feel was too happy. Fearless, like quite innocent.
Yes.
Speak Now, Midnights, or Debut. I think I'm going to go with Midnights, and you?
Me as well. And I think it's because we really like reminisce, not really reminisce, we replay events quite a lot in our head. And we're always like, oh man, I said this, they did this. So I think the whole idea of, you know, things that keep you up at night, I think that's the thing that really gets to us.
I think, yeah, and at night it's the worst when everything is quiet and all you have is basically yourself and your thoughts and your memories. And then that's when you're like, oh shucks, remember this thing from like 21 years ago. Yeah, it's just, I think Midnights.
So I think
I relate to it.
Yeah, we really relate to Midnights. Okay.
Agreed.
Next question. How do you usually express your emotions?
Emotions? We're supposed to express them?
Emotions can't quit, genius.
Okay, so I don't think we are the best at doing that.
No.
Okay, so just have a squiz at the options.
Okay, so writing in a journal, talking with friends, engaging in creative outlets, keeping them to yourself, doing something active like working out.
I think both of us are going to select the same thing probably, and keeping them to yourself and
100%.
processing internally.
Yeah.
I don't think we are very good at dealing with emotions in a healthy way, to be honest. But
No.
we will get there one day, but at least we're self-aware to be like, no,
100%.
we process them internally, and I think we do tend to keep stuff to ourselves.
100%. And I think that only once we've processed them do we reveal them to other people.
True.
Okay. Next question. How do you usually react to change?
Okay, so embrace it, approach it cautiously, hate change, thrive in it, and it doesn't bother you. So for me, this is a difficult one because obviously, I mean, if it's like good change, like if you want to tell me that, I don't know, I'm going to spend the next month on a beach somewhere, which I definitely will not be doing for this month, that's change, and that I'd be fine with. But okay, let's be realistic here.
Yes. So
Probably normal day-to-day change. It makes me nervous. It really does make me nervous. I like to know what to expect. I like to know what's coming next, and I like to plan for things. So change does not fit in well with that. So for me, I'm going to say I completely hate change completely and try to avoid
100%. Old habits die screaming, guys.
You can tell we were raised together, not gonna lie. Like, we are literally just dealing with things in exactly the same way. Okay.
What do you value most in a song? Deep and meaningful lyrics.
That's a good contender though.
Yeah. A blend of storytelling, emotional resonance, and then you just like songs. I'm like, y'all, no one just listens to Taylor and just likes her songs, because then there would be Shake It Off stands, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Okay. I feel like this emotional resonance and connection is speaking to me. I deep and meaningful lyrics is also getting to me, and then storytelling and atmosphere. So like, these are three very good contenders.
Yes.
Deep and meaningful lyrics.
I'm picking deep and meaningful lyrics just because I'm thinking of like My Tears Ricochet and those like Tolerate It, like those lyrics that like cut so deep and like Lommel, but doesn't necessarily have, you know, a big beat behind it, if I can put it in non-musical terms.
Okay, so I think I'll maybe go for emotional resonance and connection. I vibe with those kind of songs.
So it's only when you relate to a song do you like it?
More often than not.
Okay, interesting.
More often than not.
Interesting. That doesn't happen for me. I'm just like, if it cuts me, then I'm like, yay. Put it on repeat. Okay, next question. What's your favorite season? Guys, there's only one right answer here.
I feel like in South Africa, a lot of people will say summer. But when I like watch vlogs of people living in the US, for example, I feel like fall or autumn, they call it fall, I think, we call it autumn here. I feel like that is their season. I've seen a lot of people like being like, I love the falling leaves and the pumpkin spice, and you know, like the just the coziness. That doesn't really happen here in South Africa, I think, just because to me, we only have two seasons. We either have like a scorching summer or like a chilly winter. There's not really anything in between where it's like mild temperatures.
Lol, and when she says chilly winter, it's probably like a low of like 16 degrees.
Yeah, so
with
I think,
no wind.
Yeah, that we don't have very hectic winters, like no snow and stuff like that. So I can't really relate to like fall or spring because it's going to be blazing hot or it's going to be like
what we deem cold. Yeah.
So those aren't really things here. Whereas like a lot of other vloggers that I watch, like fall is like their thing. Like they get excited for fall and the spookiness. Even like the spookiness and like Halloween and stuff. Like I know Halloween in the Northern Hemisphere falls during fall. Halloween isn't a thing we do here. Like it's always fascinating to see how other countries do it because that has never been a thing that like we have done. So I think I'm gonna go with summer. Because I feel like that's when everyone comes alive and that's when, you know, there's activities happening outside. People seem happy, playing like in the water, going for beautiful walks outside. So I'm going to say summer.
100%. In South Africa, December is known as, it's a thing, right? It's not a month. December is where we really just like thrive and live our best lives. Okay, next question. How do you typically unwind after a long day? Listening to music, exercising, spending time with friends, engaging in a hobby, or journaling?
Okay, so I have been kind of hooked on productivity side of YouTube recently to see how people spend their time, and I would love to be those people that after work I don't flop on the couch and rot, and I actually like put some efforts and energy towards, you know, a hobby or something. I'm not there yet. So sadly, I think I'm going to say engaging in a hobby or activity. And when I say activity, it's probably just reading on the couch, which I want to change in future, but that is currently what I'm doing. I don't like it. I'm going to try and change it, but that is currently where I'm at. And you?
So I generally have a very long commute home, and that's where I do a lot of my unwinding and processing of the day and that sort of thing. And it's always TTPD that is like literally blaring in the car. So definitely listening to music. And it's always going to be TS. Okay. Next question. What do you do when there's drama? Number 1, try to stay away from it. Number 2, get involved. 3, help sort things out. 4, you created the drama. 5, only get involved if it has something to do with you or your friends.
Okay, so the thing about me is in recent years, and I don't know if this is like a sign of getting older, but I like to protect my space a lot and not allow any negative energies or negative vibes in my space. So if somebody wants to come and, you know, be malicious, be dramatic, but in a bad way, like spreading gossip or fake rumors about people, I don't want to invite that into my space. So like I will literally, like a picture like hanging garlic in the doorway vibes, like that is how allergic I am to like negativity, because I really want to try and create a positive outlook for me every day. So for me, I'm going to say stay far away from it. Like I don't want it. I don't want it anywhere near. I don't want to be involved.
I agree. That's very you, and that's not very me.
You want to take everything on for everybody.
So I just try to help sort things out. Yes, because that's just my personality type.
Yes. She will take the weight of the world on her shoulders, and I think I'm more selective with my time and my energy. Like if something isn't going to serve my energy or my time, I'm going to be like close for business. Like, no thank you, goodbye.
100%. Okay, next question. I'm glad that at least we're getting some variety in our answers, otherwise we would be the same song.
Okay. I can guarantee you though, you and I could probably select the exact same answers on each of our different devices, and we would both get different songs. I feel like these quizzes are known to do that. But let's see.
Okay, what's your favorite type of Taylor Swift song? Number 1, storytelling ballads, upbeat anthems, romantic love songs, introspective and emotionally rich, or sad breakup songs?
Okay, definitely not upbeat anthems, I'm not gonna lie. I think we can cross that off the list immediately.
Yes.
Romantic love songs and sad breakup songs, not really. So for me, I think it's going to be between the storytelling and the introspective and emotionally rich, which I think I'm going to go for introspective and emotionally rich.
That's mine as well. I need it to cut deep, y'all. Like, you know, when she performs illicit affairs on the Eras tour.
Don't call me kid, don't call me baby. Angry version. I think I saw some people like post a snippet of that from the Eras tour, and they were calling it like illicit affairs angry version. Yes, that. I love that idea. Please, we need that.
Okay, next question. How do you usually consume your music?
Okay, so deep listening sessions, blasting it in the car, listening to different playlists, have it in the background. You don't listen to music. Girl, why would you be here on a Taylor Swift quiz if you don't listen to music?
Literally. I'm like, okay, anyway. For me, it's definitely blasting it in the car with and without friends.
True.
I think that's a really nice way to, I don't know, just feel things.
Okay, same. Okay. The results came in. I didn't know that was the last question. I just looked at my screen. Oh my god. Oh my god. Listen to what I got. I got the smallest man who ever lived.
Quite accurate. Okay,
wait,
let's see what it says.
The quiz is, which Tortured Poets Department song are you? So the smallest man who ever lived. Okay, wait, I need to hear the description because I'm confused. You probably just got ghosted by a mid-looking boy with greasy hair. Are you doing okay? You don't miss them, you just want to get revenge. You have a lot of rage in your body because of what they did to you, and it made you hate men. I've been married for 4 years. Who's this mid-looking greasy boy? Greasy?
Okay, that's
Dylan, if you're watching this, my husband, we're doing okay, and I'm not angry, and I don't hate you, and I don't think you're the smallest man who ever lived. I don't know where this came from. How did my answers lead me down this path of the smallest man who ever lived?
I don't know.
When they say here, you have a lot of rage in your body, I do agree. Like, I feel like I do have a lot of rage. Just even watching the news, I can't even watch the news anymore. It just makes, like, I have so much anger towards, you know, things that are happening in the world, but not because of the smallest man who ever lived. So that's interesting. I do have rage in my body, so I would rate this like 10% accurate just because of that line. But otherwise,
okay, 10% accurate.
I'm not the smallest man who ever lived, and I didn't just get ghosted by one.
Okay.
Love you, Dylan.
Then, okay, so mine is so high school. Okay, maybe it's saying it's because I'm young. Okay, wait. So you probably just got into a new relationship and feel like you're on cloud 9 right now. You found a person who actually treats you right and you're head over heels for them. Your teenage self is freaking out right now because they are so happy. You're living the relationship you always wished for in high school. Y'all, this is 0% correct.
Yeah.
0.
Yes.
I am very career orientated. I'm not dating anyone, and
She's not even open to it. So I feel like even if someone eligible did come along, like to give you this so high school feeling, you would still be like, no thank you.
all we have to say is, BuzzFeed, you've got some work to do because you got 0 out of 2 right here. You got none of us right. But also, I just want to know how my options led me to the song, because I was like, you know, Old Habits Die Screaming for question number 1. Then I was basically like emotionally, you know, introspective songs.
You
deeply
didn't even
meaningful
select.
lyrics.
One of the options were like love songs,
Yes.
romantic songs. We were like, no, we're staying away from that. That's so weird.
100%. And
This is so
I
funny.
love So High School, but it's not deeply introspective or like, you know, cuts you to the chord. So BuzzFeed, you've got some work, but you guys, whoever is watching us, I think you guys need to go and do this BuzzFeed quiz. See if BuzzFeed gets your song correct, and let us know what you get down in the comments below.
Thanks everybody. We had so much fun doing something a little bit silly just to, you know, end of the weekend and prepare us for the week ahead, and we hope that you enjoyed watching as well. As Michelle said, please take the quiz and comment down below which song you were and how accurate it was.
Cheers everyone, have a good week.
Thanks everyone. Remember, you can still make the whole place shimmer. Bye.